Good noon, dear students. You are most welcome in your own YouTube channel Learning with Rajesh. In ninth class geography, we have started lesson number 2 named as Physical Features of India. Yesterday, you learnt about the main characteristics of physical features of India, and then we learnt about the 6 major physical features of India. And we are going to read them separately, and from 6 physical features of India we learned about Himalayan mountains yesterday, but there was issue of voice in the video. That's why I am going to revise the major divisions of Himalaya again. Today we are going to start our topic from major divisions of Himalayas. Yesterday we learned about the physical features of India, and there are 6 physical features. First is Himalayan mountain, second is the northern mount plain, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plain, and the islands. You learned about the main features of Himalaya mountains, and then we started about the 3 major divisions of Himalayas from north to south. First is Himadri. There are 3 major divisions of Himalayas. First is Himadri or inner Himalayas. Second is middle or Himachal Himalayas. And third is Shivalik. So we are going to read the different points related to these 3 parts. First is Himadri or Greater Himalayas or Inner Himalayas. First point is, in this part of Himalayas there are 6000 meter average height mountains with a peak of average 6000 meters. So you know that there are different example of highest peak like Mount Everest, Nanda Devi. These are included in Himalaya mountain. It means Himadri mountain. Next point is, there are lot of glacier in this part. This part is always covered with ice. So because there are lot of glaciers, and due to glacier there is, this part is always covered with ice. Major mountain peaks are included in this part of Himalayas. For example, Mount Everest, I told you earlier. I think you got all the points related to Himadri Himalayas. Next point is Himachal Himalayas. There are 3007 meter to 4500 meters average height mountains included in this part. You can say that the average height of Himachal Himalayas are lesser than the Himadri Himalayas. And the next point, Pir Panjal and Mahabharata range are also included in this part. You know that range means the series of mountains, and Pir Panjal and Mahabharata range is also included in this part. And there can be objective type question in the exam, that in which part of Himalayas Pir Panjal, Dholadhar or Mahabharata range are included, and you can answer that in Himachal or middle Himalayas. I think you got the point easily. Next is Shivalik, and you know that Himachal Himalayas is very famous for tourist places like Kullu, Kangra, and others like Manali. You know that this Himachal Himalaya consists of these tourist places. I think you got the second point also about Himachal Himalayas. And the next is Shivalik. Shivalik is the southernmost part of Himalayas. And the first point is, it is located in the northern part, in the southern part of Himachal Himalayas. And it has average heights of 900 to 1100 meter mountains. And it has alluvial soil. And it has longitudinal valleys named as zones. And there can be objective type question in the exam, what do you mean by dunes? And or there can be another question like this: in which part of Himalaya mountains dunes are found? And you can answer that in Shivalik area, or dunes are the longitudinal valleys between the middle Himalayas and Shivalik. And the example of dunes are Dehradun and Patli. I think you got all the points. And the next is the northern plain. So the topic of today is, but I have revised the points of yesterday's topic because there was a voice issue in the video. Next is the northern plains. You know that the northern plain, why the northern means it is located in the northern part of India. So that's why it's known as the northern plain. And you know that plain is the flat area. The northern plain formed by Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. So there are some rivers which form the northern plain. And it is made of alluvial soil eroded by these rivers and tributaries also. And it is fertile plain. As you know that the alluvial soil is very fertile soil. And it is densely populated. And northern plain is densely populated. I think you got all the points. Next, division of northern plain. So there are three major divisions of northern plain. So first is Punjab plain. Punjab plain, the most part in Pakistan right now. The major part of Punjab plain is in Pakistan, and rest of is in Punjab. It's formed by Indus and its tributaries. So Indus and its tributaries, main tributaries are Satluj, Chenab, Ravi, Jhelum, etc. You know that's why Punjab is known as Punjab. Panj here means five and Ab here means water. It means the area between the five rivers. And doabs are found there. You know that doabs. Do means here two and ab here means water. The area doab means the land between two rivers. It means there are a lot of doabs in the Punjab plain. Next is the Ganga plain. The Ganga plain means this plain or means the Ganga plain lies between Ghaggar and Tista river. Lies between Ghaggar and Tista river. It stretches over the states of North India, UP, Bihar, Haryana, Delhi, Jharkhand and West Bengal. So it is located in these states. And next is Brahmaputra plain. Brahmaputra plain is located in Assam. So I think you got all three divisions of the northern plain. Next is, you know that alluvial soil is found in the northern plain, and alluvial soil has two types. First is Khadar and second is Bangar. Now we are going to read about the difference between Khadar and Bangar. Khadar is new soil, whereas Bangar is old alluvial soil. Next is Khadar is more fertile than Bangar. Khadar has small particles and Bangar has large particles. I think you have learned these points easily. So, hope for a better understanding. So, if you enjoyed the session, please subscribe, like, and share also. Thank you, and have a nice day ahead.